What difference does it make whether the world is flat or round? A lot. I will explain this in a moment, but first let's expand on these two concepts. The arguments for the spherical Earth theory are as follows. The Earth is a sphere, geoid, and its rotation speed is approximately 1,650 km per hour. There is a slope, the ship moving away from the shore disappears from sight after a while. It is surrounded by a solid ozone layer. Seasons occur thanks to the -23-degree axial tilt. The universe was formed with the Big Bang and is constantly expanding. Stars and galaxies are moving away from each other at tremendous speed. The universe consists of dark matter. They went to the moon and brought back rock pieces from there. The moon reflects the heat and light it receives from the sun to the Earth. Humans will be transported from Earth to Mars in the near future. The arguments defending the flat Earth theory are as follows. The world is flat and stable. There is no tilt, distant objects continue to be seen with a zoom camera. It is covered with a solid, hemispherical, transparent dome. The sun and the moon are inside this dome. Since the edges of the Earth are surrounded by glaciers, it is not possible to easily go beyond Antarctica, and 12 states have signed an agreement between themselves to prevent people from crossing this region. The sun, moon and stars are artificial and were placed in their places intentionally by the Creator. The universe is entirely water. It is not possible to land on the moon. It is not possible to cross the Van Allen radiation belt. The sun radiates heat, the moon radiates cold, and both are separate sources of light. It is not possible to leave the world because of the dome. These are the allegations. First, let's take a look at the flat Earth theory. Did you know that the claims here are included, verbatim, in the first chapter of creation in the Torah, and in various places, in a scattered form, in the Quran and the Bible? The fact that the flat Earth theory is true means that these three books contain facts and that there is a creator or creators who designed us and placed us here. This proves it 100%, but I can only say that it is true for this part. However, there are contradictions and additions in all three books. I will not go into this now as this is a different topic. The idea of the world being a sphere doesn't appeal to me very much. There are mountains thousands of meters high. The seas are thousands of meters deep. Imagine for a moment that the seas were drying up. What would emerge would be a huge, irregularly shaped piece of rock. Just like a potato smiley face, if that's the case. Where is this shapeless world heading in this, allegedly, ever-expanding universe without ever deviating from its orbit? How did it enter orbit around the sun with its shapeless structure, and how did it stay in this orbit for thousands of years? Imagine spinning a perfect ball and a rough, broken ball at the same time. Which one will continue to spin for a long time without deviating? The smooth ball, of course. There are many misleading videos about NASA and ISS International Weather Stations. The fact that they draw the Disney Pluto dog figure on the planet Pluto is an indication of how they are mocking us. This beautiful Photoshop picture, if it hasn't been deleted yet, is on NASA's own original website. If they have deleted it, you can also look it up on Wikipedia. Since I don't trust NASA, I now approach every image they release with skepticism. The Voyager spacecraft that took photos of Jupiter and Saturn and sent them back to Earth are also fake in my opinion. Not a single person asks, how does this vehicle send us these photos from millions of kilometers away when even mobile phone signals don't work in some places? What about Mars? If it is really not possible to leave this world, the place they will take us to, Mars, will at most be one of the continents behind the glaciers that has not yet been discovered or that we have not been told about. Anyway, let's not go on about it too much. For some reason, atheist and scientific circles call all of this a conspiracy and accuse flat earthers of ignorance. None of those who say this have ever climbed into the high heavens and looked at the earth with their own eyes. And neither have we. So would it be wrong to say, the world is flat with a 50% probability and a sphere with a 50% probability? I don't think so. If anyone can solve this mystery, it will solve the mystery of the Polaris Star. None of us have witnessed the reality yet. Many branches of science and religions are controlled by Masons and Illuminati. It is financed by elite families such as Rockefeller and Rothschild. The problem is that atheists belittle them. If it were known that we were living in a prison, there would be no more slaves left in the world and everyone would revolt. The capitalist Jewish barons also lick their hands. That's why they constantly impose the idea of, "You are free," on us with both their religion and their science. How can a person who produces nanotechnology, artificial intelligence, nuclear weapons, etc. not be able to build a real skyship? Speaking of spaceship, if space is endless emptiness, why isn't the term spaceplane used instead of spaceship? I wonder if it's because the outside is covered with water. And maybe because they are aware that there is no way out of here. What do you think?